episode of Black Founders Talk, and we have one of the first minority-owned brewery owners, Mr. William Billy Comer, in the house, man. This is a pleasure. I've known this brother for the past 5 years in the construction development industry, and yeah, it kind of spilled over into working with him with the brewery. And I just want to tap in and tell the world more about what he has going on and more about him. So, Billy, take the floor. Tell me, who you are, man, where you from, and let's have a good conversation.
First, I want to lead with saying you've done a phenomenal job, King, with making 1865 what it is today. So I want
Appreciate
to
it.
start with giving you flowers before I even tell you, them who I am. You know who I am.
Appreciate it. I
So
appreciate it.
I'm William Billy Comer. It's not really my government, it's William Alexander Comer Jr., but they can know me as Billy. Professionals know me as William. So that's who I am. I'm the owner of 1865 Brewery. I own it with a guy that I've known for about 10 years, is Rodney Malone. So it's been a uphill battle, but a labor of love. I like the results. Also on B&B contracting and B&B hauling. So that's a little bit about me. I wear many hats outside of, what King already said, as far as me doing the development side and construction, and build outs, rehabs, and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm known for.
So you,
Now,
where you from? What's your story? Like, where you from?
oh man, I'm from Camelot, Chesapeake. A lot
Yeah.
of cats ain't know that, but really, because I used to be out north so much, so they assumed I was from, Robert Spot, but I'm really from Camelot, Chesapeake, born and raised. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me more about your career. So you grew up in Camelot, you grew up in Chesapeake, the 757 area, and you graduate from high school, and you go to college, you go to trade school. Like, what leads you to going into the construction realm? Like, how did you get there?
Oh man, wow. So originally, I had started off straight from high school. I went to trade school, the union, actually, the Ironworker Union, that local right there off of Tidewater Drive.
Okay. Well, that's what you're
So
talking
I went
about.
there, yeah. So I went there as a laborer, man, and I just realized that I was good with my hands, but I would definitely want to do more than just go get this, pick this up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with it. It's a good living, but I just wanted to be more. I wanted to understand more of the industry. So I went with continued education. Um, but before that, when I had to deal with it, I had bad with a little bit. I was an emergency seaman as well. So
Okay.
I went to Chesapeake Marine Training Institute where I got my engineer license and I got my tankerman ticket. You know what I mean? So for all the,
Wow.
SIU, MIC cats, they
Yeah, I didn't even
but
know
I
that.
I still was dipping and dabbling with fixing up houses. That was my side hustle. You know what I mean? Being a
Okay.
mechanic. So then I had the opportunity to go um, to continue education, which that Norfolk State and ODU campus. So
Yep.
I done that and got my what you call it that brain fart. I
No.
got my technical, but home inspection
So,
license.
are you honorary Spartan or you're honorary Monarch?
Oh, I don't claim neither nor. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
claim
look,
both.
so I got my home inspector, home inspector license. Then I said, you know what, let me step it up a notch. And I, studied, got my class A, and did some project management courses at Tech. So
Okay.
I bounced around, you know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
that's how I got into this field, man. So
Yeah.
it's a whole
No.
lot of whole lot of different trades, man, a whole lot of different certificates and licenses and degrees. I try to put it there, man, as far as continued education, man. And
Yeah.
that's, that's a little bit about me.
It's so interesting because it just shows that everybody's path is so different, right? Like I went to college, I studied building construction technology in
Right,
college, right?
right,
And you more so didn't go to college, you went to more trade school
right,
and you kind of picked up that extracurricular, education, right? That
right.
continued education. But it seems like both paths can work, right? And
Hmm.
it's all about what you kind of want to do, like what's your trajectory, man. So
Right, right,
I love that. Yeah, I love that because it gives people the option of saying school may not be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But
no,
you can go get a certificate. You know, you can go
right,
get an education, a continuing education class, and obviously you can still be successful as you now are the owner of a black-owned brewery. So,
right,
I love how paths. There's many paths for success, not one.
right,
Um,
right. So you can't, I mean, because, a person might have a degree, let's say, in our field, construction management or project management. It doesn't mean that, that's the route you gotta take. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
you can, actually, all it is, the better you can have book smarts and you can have actual craft smarts too. So you could be,
Yep.
and as far as that, whatever tradesman you are, that's not your only path. So, that's one thing that I tell a lot of guys, but some guys like, man, I didn't graduate even from high school, man. What can I do? All right, so some guys didn't even graduate from high school, ask me, well, part of being successful entrepreneur, what did you do to get where you at? And then I'm like, sometimes it's not that course where you get you get your bachelor's, your master's, or your doctorate. You know what I mean? Some of that, you don't have to take that route. The thing that I'm saying is you can get there no matter straight line or around the corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it don't really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and you both know.
But Billy, did you see somebody growing up that made you want to go down the entrepreneurship? Like, because you said you started as a tradesman, you was in merchant seaman. Like, what made you say, nah, I need to do my own thing. I need to have that control over my time. Like, was it your
So,
kids that motivated you to do that, or what was it necessarily for that?
so I mean, I don't know how deep you want to go with the conversation. You know what I mean? As far as touching on it. So, for me, I just never had no one I looked up to and was like, you know what, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? I kind of just always looked at the situation and kind of like I'm gonna work it out myself.
Yeah.
So coming out of high school, I didn't even have to go to anybody's college or anything. I could have went to longshoreman. My daddy retired longshoreman, been there for 33 years. You know what I'm saying? It could have been like walked me right through the door, and that could have been, what I'm doing now. But for me, I wanted to make my own way. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying nothing wrong with somebody looking out for you or, guiding you to honest living. What I'm saying is that sometimes when you take a long walk home, you find yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't want the
Yeah.
handout. I kind of wanted to, figure it out for myself, and that's what I did. For me as a man, I just tried to figure it out what I could do better myself. So
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody I looked up to as far as in that aspect, to say the least.
Right, because like you said, your dad worked 33 years, so
Yeah,
you didn't see the entrepreneurship side necessarily there, did you?
I just seen hard work. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
I seen
Okay.
hard work. I seen a man that got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then come home some nights to 12 o'clock at night to provide for his family. And nothing's
Right.
wrong with that. But I kind of wanted to, figure it out myself and say,
A different
what,
path. Yeah.
let me take this different path and see if this, if I fail here, I think I still got something to, lean back on. You know what I
You
mean?
still get back there, but yeah. I can live with
Yeah.
myself if I try.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah. Yeah. That goes along with a lot of conversations that we have regarding, me jumping and me leaving corporate and stuff like that. And I always love those conversations because, you inspire me, even if it's at a distance. you really inspire me as far as the entrepreneurship and the development. I studied this. I built my first, little shed at 10 years old. So, I have a real passion for that. So to find a brother, like a young brother, right? Like not even just a black man, but a young brother that's doing it, but also is into different things, right? So you're now the owner, co-owner of a brewery. So how did you take the leap from, okay, I'm doing the construction is working, I'm making money, I'm living the life I want, or I imagine. I'm assuming it took some time to get there, but
Wow,
once you,
did it.
huh?
I said, wow, did it.
Yeah. So once you got there, you're like, now it's like, what's next, right? And now you got this brewery, and I really want to know, like, why? Like, why did you want to even embark on this? Like, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of risk, it's a lot of good involved in all it too. But what was that thing that said, wow, like, I have to do this. It's the time right now.
I bet on black.
I bet on black.
I
I
bet
like
on
that.
I bet on me. I mean, against all odds, I just always bet on me. Um, Man, it was plenty of times I want to give up. I had, I lost everything. I was married. She left me. She took the dog in the car. You know what I mean? And this was during the recession. You know what I mean? So what's
Wow.
that? '03, '04, something like that. And it just
Oh,
made me a better man. Cause
oh wait. Oh
oh
wait,
wait,
right?
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause she pretty much was like, just go back and get you a regular job. This not working out for you. This not paying the bills. But it wasn't part of my dream. And I'm not, knocking her for not sticking around. Who wants to be around in the struggle? You know what I mean? I mean, somebody that's, that's how it's supposed to go. But who wants to go through the struggle? I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
be
tough.
honest.
It's tough
So
going through.
that, right. So that wasn't a shot at her. But I'm just giving a backdrop to the story. The
Yep.
story of just perseverance, man, not giving up. Like I plenty of times, lights cut off, gas off, you taking cold showers, but you're investing in your dreams. Now, fast forward, people see the end of it. They know the glory, not the story. As my
Right.
mother would say. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So they understand that aspect of it, of that never giving up. Like, man, so many times, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm hungry, literally hungry. Couldn't eat
Yeah.
that type of
Yeah.
thing. But that just made me a better businessman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
something, I see a project, I got to see it through. If it costs me money, I got to see it through. You know what I mean? So when I seen that there was an opportunity to do a brewery, and I'm like, listen, I'm looking up everything, I'm trying to figure out, you know, wow, there's less than 1% breweries black owned
Wow.
in the
Wow.
nation.
Wow.
It's gonna cost me some money to do, right? I said, okay, okay. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm betting on black. I'm betting
Yeah.
on it. I'm a double down. You know what I mean? I'm betting
Yeah.
on me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that was that. I mean, and the output just from the community, man, like it's been good. King, it's been real, it's been blessed, man. I mean, it's not what I envisioned. It's better than what I envisioned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just on
Yeah.
that aspect of like,
And you just getting started. You
yeah,
know, you guys are
yeah.
just getting started with everything, man. So I can only see whatever you guys are building is going to be bigger. And just imagine even the same concept going to different places and locations. So it's only the beginning for y'all, man. And I know y'all got some big things going on. I got one question for you though. 1865, right? So you somehow find this location. It already has some brewery equipment in there, and you're like, okay, I want to do a brewery. What
Mm-mm.
made you go with 1865?
It definitely didn't. I mean, you got some of the story. You know,
Okay.
the whole full spectrum of the story was I came over here actually to look at a build out for somebody that wanted to do a restaurant, right?
Okay.
So I come in here, I meet the realtor, I meet the gentleman here that he's pointing out what he want to do. This chef he got, he's going to do a nightclub type of thing, lounge up the street from Hampton University, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. I said, man, look, I'll do your build out, then you cut me in a percentage of your lounge. He said, okay, let me take it back, to my other team. He had a couple other partners or something.
Mm-hmm.
So then he brings it back, and he said, okay, they're fine with it. So we sit down with the owner of the establishment,
Yep.
of the building, and we're talking and we realized that one, for me to do it, I would have more skin in the game.
Yep.
So for them, it kind of fell through because one issue is that I guess it wasn't kind of ironed out on their end. You know what I mean? To say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, I do it by myself. You know what I mean? It's how it originally started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And me not knowing how much the construction we do. You know how much it's gonna cost to do this, the backsplash, this, the
Yeah.
painting, the
Yeah.
flooring. We
You
got
come out.
we could do that in sleep. I
Yep.
had no clue how much brewing equipment costs.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now we know why 1%.
Right. This is not for I should have stayed with home brewing it out of my garage or something.
If I wasn't trusting, I should have been out of the garage.
Right. Let me try here. Man, listen. Bro, I didn't know. But anyway, man, we fast forward, man, we got all the stuff, man. We healed, kept pushing, plenty of times I'm sure that, everybody involved wanted to give up. But we didn't. I mean,
Yeah, it was a long delay in when you guys initially dropped, and then when you guys, when we finally did our final rollout, it was about a year difference.
bro, it has been a long time coming. You know what I mean? It has been, but I mean, I wouldn't do it. It's so satisfying then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It's one of those things that you like, I've done it, man, and it's going down in history that I done it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's the beautiful part of it. That's the part I can sleep well, close my eyes, and be like, wow, done it. It's open. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I
And
didn't give up.
the response is so great because it's 1865 and it's minority owned, but it's a community space, right? Like it's not, it's not just black people that's patronizing here. Like you have a lot of, ethnicities that's joining you, right? And the response of the beer, the response of the atmosphere, the response of, the patio is like, God, it's like a slam dunk, man. It's like a slam
You know what
dunk.
I mean?
Yeah, man, I do, man. I'm
Make,
so.
it make you want to yell out Kobe. You know what I mean? It just it came together, man, so effortlessly, man. It was like, wow, this is the right location. This is the right thing. This is the right, it's not a black, white. I mean, they come in here, man, they make this as a home. It is the meeting hub. It is the modern day Cheers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You come in. It's a guy that come in. He come in. He's a regular. He comes in on Saturdays with him and his fiance or wife, whatever. And
hmm,
his name is Mike, but he said, "Man, it's too many Mikes. Just call me Knuckles." So when I see him, yo, Knuckles. You know what I mean? So it's that type of thing, man. You get those customers that They come out, they patronize, and they don't want to leave. And I ain't kicking them out neither. I mean, I'm enjoying them just being here, man, kicking back, watching the game, having a couple beers, something to eat.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. So, that's I just can't wait to, add on upstairs to it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
coming
Keep
along
adding
too.
value. Keep adding value. People ain't going to leave. They go-
Where they going? I mean, I
yeah,
get it. You know what I mean? Where you going? Oh man, I don't want to leave. Sorry, I hit my
yeah.
phone too.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So that's where I'm at with it, though, King.
Good, man. Nah, it's good. It's good. It's good. What else did I have? Family, man. I know you're a family man. You got kids, or like,
Yeah, man.
and if you do, how has that influenced you? How has that influenced you in your business?
Um, one thing is that it kind of it's gonna sound weird. It makes me want to work harder. You know what I mean?
I do.
Even though I'm sacrificing, I leave out in the morning and I don't probably come home to, wee hours in the morning late, but it just makes me work so much harder just knowing that one, they see how hard I'm working and without saying anything, but I'm showing them what hard work does.
Yeah.
I'm installing in them this was attainable, well, hard work. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
hard work and dedication and and
You had a kid young,
perseverance and not
though, right?
giving up. Huh?
But you had a kid young too, right?
I what now? Okay.
You had a kid young. Like, how old were you when you had your first
Oh
child?
yeah. 22.
22. Wow. Yeah, that's young. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty young to still be able to attain your goals and have a child young. That's honorable. That's
Right.
very
Right.
tough. Very tough.
Right.
Very tough to do.
Yeah.
I'm a father of a 3-year-old, and I now see how much time and energy that goes into kids. It's a
A
lot.
ton.
It's,
A ton, man. A ton. A
yeah,
ton, man. Listen. From 21 to 1. It's a ton, bro. Like
yeah,
they're demanding. You know what I mean? But
very much.
I would I would do anything different. I mean, that's just what pushes me, and I think what keeps me young. You know what I mean? As
Yeah,
far as that, I mean, life's not always. You picture it out. Oh, man, I'll pick a fence. I'm gonna have a 6-figure job. I'm gonna drive a F-150, and my dog named Lassie. You know what I mean? You know, it, it doesn't happen that way. I mean, it's good. It's the American dream, but some requires a different American dream and a different sacrifice. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I want to leave that mark. That not just money. I want to leave a legacy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what That's what
Hey, hey,
I'm
you
not
doing
done
it.
though. I'm
I
not
know
done.
you know, but you
You know I'm
you
not
do
done.
it.
You know
You
me,
do it,
man. I'm not
man.
done.
You do it.
This next thing, man, I do is it's gonna be way different.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Way
that's,
different.
that's 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 inspiring, man. Like, from one black brother to another, man. The work that you're doing is inspiring. Not only that, to even hire me as a black consultant to work with you on your project is inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, you know how big of a project that was with 1865, and you trusted me, and so I want to make sure I give you your flowers too, because it goes both ways, right? We have to have trust in the people that look like us can do the job, right? And we gotta give them that opportunity. And you gave me that opportunity. You know what I mean? So I
And
appreciate that too. Yeah.
and that's man. I mean, that's what we have to do with us. I mean, you hear, oh man, I just don't know. What you mean? I'm gonna give you the fair opportunity the same way somebody else gave me the opportunity to get where I am. So all
Yeah.
it takes is that opportunity, and you came through. I mean, that's the execution. was the
Yeah.
key point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How
For
am I
sure.
mad at execution? Execution was on point. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm mad if you drop the ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
Execution
Right.
was on point.
Right.
I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? I can find other things to be mad at. That execution was on point, man. So that risk, that gamble was not even a gamble at all. This
Right.
risk, this gamble wasn't a gamble at all. It don't always happen that way. I can think of some other stuff I've done or been involved with that didn't go my way, but you know what? It's made me a smarter businessman. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Those trials made you and put you in the position that you're in now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
by far.
To be interviewing live inside of your brewery. That's a blessing.
Absolutely. That's different. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
different for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So
You got can I see the inside of the space? Can
yeah,
you turn the camera around and show me the inside of the space?
yeah. You know I'm old, man. I gotta
Come on,
hold
baby.
up. Hold on. Where is it at? Oh, there it go.
He said, you know I'm old.
Right. Did it go through yet?
It's still, I guess it's still flipping.
Oh, it's turning. Yeah. I mean, it's on the.
Oh, there we go. Nice. That's the inside.
So nice, right?
Nice, man. Nice. Oh my gosh. I still remember when it was like the raw floors, the raw walls. Like,
Right.
man, it came together, man. It came
Right.
together. Is that echo?
Yeah, it's echo. That's echo. Yeah. It's
Tell her
me.
I said, what's up?
He said, "What's up?"
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's good, man. That's good. Amazing, bro. And I see you after the cookout Labor Day.
We did.
Yeah.
We did, man. I decided just to.
You was on the grill.
Yeah.
Did you have the grill flip flops on? He had some regular kicks on. I know how you get fly. I know you like to get fly. Did you have on the proper attire to cook on the grill, bro?
It depends on what attire you're talking about. You know what I mean? If I have a hat on and an apron, nah, I didn't.
You know, you
I
know, you
didn't.
know, you know a good griller got the open toe
Right,
sandals on.
right. Open toe, got your feet out. That's
Got
the
your feet
grill.
out,
Grill,
right?
you came with the shorts on. You came to grill. He ain't playing no games. He came to grill.
Nothing.
But, it was just random, man. I just wanted to, get that for the appreciation for the customers, man. And I went out that day, bought a grill for here. So, that's something we're going to implement too. So,
Good, good,
yeah.
good, good.
How that
What's coming up?
cookout feel?
What's coming up next for the brewery? What's coming up next for you? If there's nothing that you don't want to put out there, just don't say it. But anything that you have coming up that you want to promote or you want it to be within this video, let me know. Let the world
So,
know.
so what's coming up next for me is upstairs, the 1865 lounge. Um, it's going to be, I think I put a different touch on, from, other cigar lounges. I think they'll like it. And then I have a development in the works too, apartment development, mixed use. So
Wow.
I already, did the land acquisition, and that's gonna be way different, man. I can't get into the details of my thoughts for, the inner working of it, but just the development. Yeah, I can share that. Yeah, I
Huge.
already acquired the land development, so it's gonna be 200 apartments,
Whoa.
retail space down the bottom.
Yeah, black man.
Huh?
By a black man. I said by a black man.
Yeah, that should make the paper too. That should make the paper too. I'm sure. I'm sure it will, but
Mr. Dilly Press.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah,
I'm doing.
definitely keep me in mind for those projects as
Oh, no
well.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, man.
I know for a fact that it's a right way of making the paper and a wrong way of making the paper. So I'm trying to do the right thing and make the
Yeah,
paper the right way. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'm talking about the newspaper and the paper. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a difference
Yeah,
there. You know what I mean?
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
So,
Yeah, and we need to see more people like you. You know what I mean? We need to see more people like you. We need to see more black men out there that is promoting unity, that's promoting just good businesses, right? And good business
oh
practices, man. So,
yeah,
again, I salute you, man. I salute B&B Contracting. I'm appreciative of the brotherhood that we shared for the past 5 years since I've known you. Always being able to lend a word or just, provide an opportunity. And I want to make sure that, people like you get your flowers as well. That's why I had to get you on this. I'm like, no way, I'm not going to interview Billy. And the work that you're doing is phenomenal. Representing 1% of the industry, bro. Like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
wow, man. Wow. So right in Hampton, Virginia. So, if anybody's in the area, Hampton Road, 757, you gotta stop in Hampton, Virginia. In the Phoenix area, 1865 Brewery. You can find them at 1865 Brewery. 1865 Brewing Company.com. Sorry. And yeah, man, Billy, you got any last words? Where people can find you at, or where people can find the businesses at, on any type of social platforms, or any last words that you've got to say?
9 South Mallory, Hampton, Phoenix, 1865 Brewery. Lounge coming in 20 days. We here. I mean, that's pretty much it. The rest of the stuff, the B&B contracting, you know that. I'm easy to find. You need your house built, custom house, rehabs, flips, whatever you got. We putting that good work in. I mean, on whatever scale, federal side, residential, commercial, whatever. So
That's what's up.
that's
That's what's up,
that's it,
man.
man. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, bro. Keep leading. I appreciate your time, man. And we're gonna talk soon, brother. Keep leading,
Yes,
man.
sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
Billy.
All
All
right,
right.
bro. All right. All right.
Peace.